So let's try something else. So what I did is I went over here to your Eddy County and I put in, let's say 8-1, and I want to just search distribution deed. What I want to maybe try to do is break down, like, if there's a list of everything, for example, let me show you this. This is the easiest way. You see how it lists all these documents like you did for me? Could I go in here, like on the front side, and you see how we have all these documents? I would have a queue on the front side where I would be able to eliminate what I didn't want. And if these are the particular documents I wanted, for example, I just hit OK and then pull those documents up for me. But instead of having to do that, I would put in on the front side of the software what I was looking for, and it would pull that down for me if that's at all possible. Please tell me about that maybe. The other thing is when you go to the date range, you put it in for Eddy County. This is like distribution deed. So you pull that up, for example, and let me give you an example. If there's a way, I don't know, through Python or something else, if we could read these documents, like, a lot of times it shows like this is an estate. Sometimes it shows the address, sometimes it doesn't. And of course we want the legal description. If you can separate that out, if it's there. If it doesn't have, like, that's a lot, for example. But if it doesn't have section, township, range, and we're dealing just with Eddy County because it's a little different in between New Mexico and Texas. But let me give you another example if I can. Okay, let's look at this one, see if it shows us. Okay, this is an estate, and it shows that they're getting a third. It doesn't have an address on there. And we might have to look at this by hand. Let's look and see what the legal is on this. Yep, see, there's your legal right there. It's got that. But a lot of times it lists out, like on some of these, it'll list out the addresses. We might need to go in and do this by hand. But the objective is, when I met with them yesterday, is there is a software that they have that ends up aggregating and pulls the phone numbers and data from 5 different places. So what we need on these different people will be we're going to have to try to find their address if we can. And it's not in every document. So again, we might have to do it by hand, or we might be able to write something that would do this for us. I'm trying to show you an example where it have the, this shows the grantees. So see, it's got the address. That's going to a bank actually, but you see it has their address and it's telling them there's half interest. I don't know if there's any way to write code or what you would do on some of this. But I would say the main thing is on the front side where we have, let's say it was a gift deed. So we'd be able to put a bunch of these in, and I guess we could do it after it goes through every one of them. But eliminate certain search terms if that's possible. And then I will be in touch on this.